Hello, welcome to another Becoming a Modern Man. We're playing the Disciple of Deceit deck, and this time we are playing against Green-Black Rock. We win the roll, so let's get things underway. For this air opener, not the most exciting. We've got Blood Gas, a Dismember, and a lot of lands, but hoping to run into some gas, and at the very least we can recur this Blood Gas numerous times if it happens to die. So decided to run with this. There's a Swamp, Inquisition, in the only other card in our hand. We draw a land, which is a little annoying given our land heavy hand. And play the Goyf, which makes our Blood Gas fairly redundant, unfortunately. Trying to Disciple of Deceit, but that's also not going to be able to attack past this Goyf, unfortunately. And a second Blood Gas, which is a little bit better. We might be able to at least squeeze a little bit of damage past. Our opponent plays a Liliana, which is going to force us to discard one of our lands. Again, draw another land, which is quite annoying. We have to slip two past the Goyf and get our Blood Gas back. And Liliana just ticks up once again. Decided to go after his life total. I don't know if I should have tried to go after Liliana, but either way, things are looking pretty bad for us. Tidehollow Scholar here, which can take a lightning bolt out of our opponent's hand and reveal that he has two Anger of the Gods in hand, which is pretty bad for us. It's not going to kill his Goyf, but it's going to get rid of our guys and make these Blood Gas go away forever. So I'm more than happy to attack my Blood Gas in now, and if he sends into the graveyard by blocking with Goyf, then that seems a lot better for us. Seems as though we can actually recur. And the Corsair, which is going to play, also doesn't die to Anger of the Gods, so very good for him. Also makes it a lot harder for me to start killing him, as he's going to gain 2 life for every fetch, so well, 1 life I suppose, and obviously negates the paying 1 life for the fetch. So yeah, he's gaining a life, which makes it a lot harder for me. Going to get in with the Creeping Tar Pit here. Maybe should attack with the Blood Gas as well, seems though Anger looks like it's probably coming down next turn. So here's the Anger of the Gods. I'm going to get rid of the Confidant and my board, basically. He's 1 life. It's another Tarmogoyf. Also me discard my Necromancer. And I draw a sword, but that's not going to do much for good. I've still got Creeping Tar Pit, which I can go at him with, but I now know that he's got a bolt in his hand thanks to him killing off my Sculler, and I don't think that there's really any way that we're going to be able to win past, particularly with these 2 Goyfs, which, well, he can attack for 10, which is pretty brutal. He can also, presumably, he can ultimate his Liliana if he wants, which makes activating any of my man lands pretty difficult. So yeah, pretty bad situation, and decided to concede rather than just carrying on through. So game 2, this our opener, fairly decent. We've got Smallpox, a Gravecrawler, Snapcaster and a Lingering Souls, which is a fairly decent combination of cards. No access to white, so we're probably going to Smallpox, discarding the Lingering Souls. Unless we draw a white source, of course. Another Lingering Souls, which is a bit frustrating, given our lack of white sources. Let off with Gravecrawler just to get some early aggro in. Punt bolts the Gravecrawler. I'm just going to play my Blood Gas. And drop my Tar Pit. For another Lingering Souls, which is very frustrating at this stage. Really not what we want to see off the top of our deck. We attack with Blood Gas and Smallpox, getting rid of this Confidant. Getting rid of one of his lands, forcing him to discard as well. Discards a Maelstrom Pulse, so certainly something good for us. And there's another Confidant, which is going to allow him to restock fairly quickly, which is a little frustrating. Find a land off the top so we can get back our Blood Gas. Flashback Lingering Souls, so fairly nice recovery from the Smallpox for ourselves. I guess a Fulminator Mage off the top, which isn't too devastating, but is a little bit annoying for him to be able to blow up our lands. I'm just going to dismember his confidant as soon as we got off the top, and kill 2 with our spirits. Yangers, which clears our board, and fortunately we draw a Gravecrawler off the top, so we can actually get 2 Gravecrawlers out. But unfortunately we still got these lingering souls stuck in our hand and we can't use them. Up is Corsair, which is going to do a good job of blocking one of these Gravecrawlers. Going to attack both the other Gravecrawler, but fortunately we drew our 3rd Grave. It's going to allow us to get all our Gravecrawlers back. Well, one at this moment in time. The second Corsair, he's actually ticking up quite nicely on life, and we're only really sort of every now and then he reveals an Olivia off the top, which is definitely going to be a problem. Kill all our Gravecrawlers and get a lot bigger in the process. We do have Snapcaster Dismember though, so that then the Scavenging Ooze revealed on top, which is probably the death knell. I can either kill Olivia or Scavenging Ooze, I think, and Scavenging Ooze is obviously particularly bad. It's just going to turn off all these Gravecrawlers and this Bloodghast. And yeah, not drawing a white source has really been a pain for us. I think if we'd got Lingering Souls going, a lot might have had a much better chance. Obviously, yeah, if he had another Maelstrom Pulse in hand, then maybe not so much, but yeah, seems pretty bad for us, this situation. He drops Olivia. I'm pretty much forced to Snapcaster Dismember Olivia because if he gets to untap, it's just going to go out of control because he's going to be able to kill our other 2 Gravecrawlers and 6/6, and then we really don't stand much of a chance of killing it at all. So I'd go for the Snapcaster Dismember. He's obviously going to ping in response. Can't attack through his Corsairs. Sort of light and shadow on top. Scavenging Ooze comes, eats the Gravecrawler in the yard. Play Bloodghast, but still no profitable attacks. Starts eating up some of his creatures. A little bit odd though, seems though he's actually going to get a Sword of Light and Shadow and try to attack with it this turn. Which obviously he could have returned Olivia or something if he'd got in the swing. I'm blocked with Snapcaster, but it's kind of irrelevant. We're not going to be able to do a whole lot. We finally draw a white source way too late, and Sword of Light and Shadow makes that fairly irrelevant. No, it's not really many ways out of this situation really, particularly as these guys can't block at all, so yeah, not too good for us. Also, he's managed to go back up to like 17 life thanks to double Corsair activations off each land he plays, so yeah, so far behind. Seems like a really bad matchup for us. He's got a lot of good cards against us. Scavenging Ooze is really bad. Just generally creatures that outsize our own. Gravecrawlers and Bloodghasts aren't very good at attacking through Corsairs and Tarmogoyfs. So yeah, just doesn't seem like a very good matchup at all for us. Oh, it actually wasn't Rock, was it? It was Jund, this deck. I forgot that it was actually running red as well as green and black. But yeah, this was not a good matchup.